Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. This is the fourth episode, you might say, in an installment series of channels about peeling the onion. And I have waited until this fourth installment, this fourth channel, to give you my favorite information about the human being. This is Healing Wednesday. It is a series of programs set up, channeled, intuitively produced for one reason: to bring forward the idea that there are many processes of this planet that all focus on the human's ability to help themselves in ways that humanity either didn't believe, didn't use, or were afraid of. That's what the healing is that we speak of and have spoken of for 30 years. Years and years ago, we implemented one phrase: talk to your cellular structure. Talk to your cells. This was the introduction of a premise that wasn't popular at the time. And the premise was this: humans come in with the ability to heal themselves of profound situations, things, diseases, anomalies, even aging. This is the magnificence of the soul that is part of every single human being. A magnificence that is literally ripped away as soon as you're born by so many who will tell you you've come in with nothing and you're going to have to climb a lot of stairs, metaphorically, to get to a place where you can even say hello to God. There is something here within you which is so amazing and unbelievable that you're going to have to peel that onion of disinformation in order to get to it. There's too many layers who have said, no, you can't, no, you can't, no, you can't, that's stupid, no, you can't. For you ever to get to that place where maybe you can. So this then really defines the onion that we have to peel in order to get to a magnificent truth that was always there. Always there. And it's the one of health. It's the one of your ability to change that which you have always had. The belief in it has to change. What you think you have has to change. That's the onion. So let's start with this. The human being has always had hints all through your civilization that would show you what you can do. The biggest one I would like to point to yet again is spontaneous remission. This is a phrase that describes something that happens almost instantly that is miraculous. A person has a tumor and then they don't, overnight. Or they'll actually be on the operating table and something will happen that's a miracle, that's a reversal of what they're operating on. Spontaneous remission. There are no rules to it, seemingly. There's no cause and effect to it, seemingly. But whatever they had, which may actually be killing them, goes away. Goes away so fast, so quickly, that the only thing the human being can point to is a miracle. That in itself has to be peeled from the onion. What if it wasn't miraculous at all? What if it was you doing what you could always have done? The magnificence of you, who wiped away a disease or a tumor by your consciousness overnight. Oh, what if that's what the human came for? What if that was always possible? Not a miracle, but normal. And the reason it seems like a miracle is because of the onion. That onion with all kinds of layers that can't get to the core that says, yes, of course you could. Instead, it's an onion with many, many layers that says, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. There's something else that's so telling, that happens all of the time in your culture, in your society, in modern medicine, all the time. It's there to look at and see and study, and it usually isn't and hasn't been. It's one of the most profound things that science sees, that they tend to throw up their hands and say, well, it's interruptive of the data, and that is the placebo effect. You tell somebody that you're giving a pill to them that's going to wipe away a disease or an anomaly or something else they've got going on, they're very pleased. Finally, there is a substance, perhaps a drug or whatever, that's going to help this, it's going to cure this, it's going to take it away. And they take the pill, and it does. Gone. And then they find out later they were part of the placebo study. They had a sugar-coated pill that did absolutely nothing. The pill did nothing. Then how did the disease go away? How did the anomaly get resolved in their body? How did it change when there was nothing in the pill? That's the placebo effect, and it happens daily. It happens in research, all through research. What's going on there? That's the magnificence of the human being that through belief told their body to change, and it did. They believed it would, even though they assigned it to a substance. The belief was so strong that the body saw it and corrected it. Are you getting this? This is the power of the human being. Now, knowing these things, why don't you and I together start peeling that onion of disbelief that you may have? Can you really talk to yourselves? Can you really use your own consciousness of belief to heal yourself? Oh, yes, you can. It has always been the case. My invitation to anyone listening right now is that you would start then peeling the onion of disbelief, of what you've been told you can and cannot do, to start including something you were never told at birth or even growing up. It's your lineage, it's your right, it's your birthright of magnificence to be able to heal yourself. And the problem, if you want to call it that, the issue, if you want to call it that, is unbelief. It's going to be hard to begin to do that when your subconscious has always been told you cannot. So it may take a while for you to get to that place where you start understanding, it's me, with me. I can do this. What if you were born with the ability all along to have conscious interfere even with disease attaching itself to you? That's another one that's eye-rolling. What if you have a consciousness in your body that will even stop it from happening originally? You were never told about that. Therefore, you walk around in fear of catching something. And guess what? You caught it. Even if it was something that wasn't catchy. Some of the diseases of today that simply arrive and you have them. and it's shocking and surprising, and there it is in your body. What if you had had the ability and the belief that you'd never get it? It'd never occur. Do you think that that is something that you could have done? A wall around you of high consciousness that says, nope, you can't be here. That is also part of the scenario of magnificence, of healing, of what the human being can do. You were never told. There's still some rolling their eyes right now. And those who roll their eyes, remember what I just told you. The placebo effect, known by science. Spontaneous remission happening almost daily. What do you think those are? That's you, dear ones, the magnificent you. It's time to start telling your children that they can do this, so that they won't have an onion to peel. Are you getting this? It's time to tell those who listen to you, Mom and Dad, look at them in the eye and saying, you know, all these pills and things and all these drugs and things, well, that's an old energy idea and may never be needed again someday, because you have the ability to do it yourself. Can you change your immunity by your higher consciousness? Yes. Can you wipe away the fears that everyone is giving you that you will get this and that because you live in a civilization that gets this and that? Yes, you can. That's all part of peeling the onion to arrive at the magnificence that is yours. I've waited till this last one to give you the best one. The reason for this particular program, the reason for everything that is done around this program, to let you know that you don't have to go with what you've been told all these years, and that you can wake up to something that is spectacular. You. I'm Kryon, in love with all of you, and wishing to help you to peel the onion of unbelief and get to that place where you will discover your own magnificence and your own health, your own youthing, your own life extension. And so it is.